DJ and PK, the Utah Mammoth, finished their road trip with a 2-4 record. They fall 2-0 in Calgary on Saturday night. Flames added a late empty netter after they jumped up 1-0, 16 seconds into the first period, and held that lead for 57 minutes and 30 seconds. Utah unable to tie the game up at 1 after they entered the contest with 3 or more goals in 7 of their last 8. And after they had won 2 straight games, beat Anaheim 7-0 Wednesday, and then the first game of the back-to-back, 4-1 in Vancouver on Friday night. So Utah falls 2-0 as they've now played the most road games in the National Hockey League at 19, and they come home in a wild card spot in the Western Conference, and 52 games left, 30 of them will be at the Delta Center. So almost 60% of the season left, and almost 60% of the games will be played at home for the Mammoth, who on Saturday played without Logan Cooley with a lower body injury. He'll be evaluated further as the team returns home to Utah. Well, they'll play the Los Angeles Kings tonight, the Florida Panthers Wednesday, and the Seattle Kraken on Friday before they go back out onto the road. They'll be in Pittsburgh on Sunday. It was a contest where early on, after giving up that goal, Utah got some good chances on Dustin Wolf. The Calgary goalie earned his second shutout of the year, stopped all 27 shots that he saw from the Mammoth. But as Utah went down the stretch, you could tell maybe some fatigue setting in the first period. 11 shots, 5 of them within 10 feet of the net. In the second period, 9 shots, but just 2 within 10 feet of the net. That tough area, those tough areas that you need to get to score goals on a tough goalie. And in the third period, able to generate just 7. So tank was empty for the Mammoth as they are done with 6 games in 9 nights on the road on a trip that took them from Dallas to St. Louis to San Jose to Anaheim to Vancouver to Calgary. 7 different flights. And a couple of Logan Cooley scares in that trip as well. And the second one resulting in him not playing on Saturday, Utah's leading scorer. So we'll wait for an update on that for Utah in between the pipes. Vitek Vanacek gave up that goal in the second shot, but like Karel Vejmelka, responded well in his first game since that tough one in San Jose on Monday when Utah lost 6-3 and both goaltenders gave up 3 goals. Vanacek gives up a goal on that second shot on Saturday night, and then the rest of the way is able to hold Calgary off of the board, making 20 straight saves. Let's hear what the Mammoth thought of this one, starting with head coach Andre Cherney.
Obviously not the start we were expecting. I think the rest of the game we played a solid 5-on-5. But offensively, if you want to score in that league, you need to get in the eyes of the goalie. You need to disturb the defense a little bit more, and we were a little bit too perimeter.
One of the things that Nate mentioned, just in terms of we know you want to see consistency or the growth of consistency, you mentioned that the connection between the Ds and the forwards. Where do you see the room for improvement in that?
Well, there's a ton of room for improvement. The puck has to move. That's the kind of forward we have. We have forward with speed, and if we hold on puck, that slow down our forward. But we know that we got better during the game. We got better since the start of the season, but it's a work in progress for us to have that speed of execution, the moving the puck quick and moving the puck into speed, and that's where we're at our best.
Another just anomaly stat, 35% of the face-off dot. What did you see from that?
Yeah. Well, I think we got kicked out a lot. I think it's tough when most of the time you either one warning or it's a winger who's going in. I don't know what was the explanation we asked during the game. It seems they're always under reason to get kicked out. We got kicked out a ton.
Was Logan Cooley close to playing at all?
He didn't play. That's what I will say.
Number 88, Nate Schmidt's in his first year with the Mammoth, leading the team in plus-minus and playing a lot with Sean Durzi, who set a season high in minutes on Saturday, playing 5 minutes more than his average, over 24 minutes for number 50, Sean Durzi, as he went alongside Nate Schmidt here the last 3 games of the trip. Let's hear what Nate Schmidt thought after the game for the Mammoth.
How do you start to dissect that one? Obviously getting, that first goal in the first 16 seconds and then kind of the way they went.
Yeah, then pretty much just playing the rest of the game trying to play catch up, right? I think, we quick up the puck quite a bit in the third period. I thought we caught him a couple times and had some sustained ozone time, but sometimes you just need to get into the game a little bit quicker. I think that's something that, if you look at tonight's game, we're on top of it right away. If that we have a good start, you never know what's going to happen. But I just think V played really well. I mean, give up one goal on the road, that's something that you can look at and say that's something you can do positively with the game. And now you just got to find a way to get inside a little bit more on the offensive side.
When it comes to adversity, being a good teacher, it's something that this group has talked about in the past. What do you want this group to take from this road trip, take from tonight's game, going into this homestand?
Well, there's a brand of hockey that needs to be played. There's a brand that needs to be played in order to win this time of year, and when you get down to the end of the year, right? Like there's a certain style you need to play in order to do it, and it takes the commitment in order to do it, right? You just have to find whether or not you want to do it or not.
You had a good chance in the third there, a shot through the screen. What did you see on that?
Yeah, I wish I could replay that. Got to elevate against the goalie that goes down and then he's quick across. But yeah, just trying to shoot through the screen, trying to hope. I felt like he was seeing the puck really well, so he's trying to shoot back against the grain against something underneath him. Maybe he wouldn't be able to see the release, but yeah, at least got to try and create a rebound there.
This road trip as a whole, we've kind of seen two different sides, really explosive and then also these really tight games. What is the key to consistency, to finding that on a little bit more repetitive basis?
I think one thing is just having a little bit more connection between our D and our forwards. I think when we're talking and when our bench is going, I feel like that's when our team is playing our best, and when guys are engaged in the game, they're talking a lot more, right? And you feel that energy on the bench, and I don't whatever the turnaround is. I mean, everyone's doing it this year, so you got to find the energy in order to go out there and get yourself, well versed into the game right away.
So as we said, a 3-game homestand starting tonight, 7 o'clock on 97.5, the KSL Sports Zone. Hockey Night in Utah starting at 6, same time, same place, Wednesday and Friday, as the Panthers and Seattle come to town. Of course, we'll be talking all about it on Mammoth Daily with Mike Folta and myself all week long. Your daily 30-minute podcast from your radio broadcast team, wherever you get your podcasts, Apple, Spotify, the Utah Mammoth YouTube page, and SCG Plus. It's our Monday morning power play. Of course, still taking questions for our Tuesday mailbag edition as well. So join us for Mammoth Daily. If you haven't already, we'd love to have you along. DJ and PK, have a good Monday, and we'll be back tomorrow to recap tonight's game with the LA Kings.